Hi everybody, it's Morgan Schick. Welcome to my Periscope. Today's Periscope is going to be it's going to live on YouTube. So I am doing this skincare and beauty Periscope for, hello everybody. So it lives on YouTube for all of you people that want to know. By the way, first of all, I'm Morgan Schick. I was a Ford model for 25 years. I wrote a book. I had my own, good morning, I had my own skincare and makeup on HSN for over 10 years. And I retired about 5 years ago. I made everything. And the reason I became a makeup artist was because makeup as a model was destroying my skin. I was not a supermodel, I was a catalog model. So I had to show up. Hello from across the world. Thank you for the hearts. It makes me so happy when I see hearts because I don't want you to be bored and it's really hard for me to stay on focus. So I'm going to really try hard to stay on focus. Okay. So I was never a supermodel. I was a catalog model. Any catalog that you got from JCPenney's to Neiman Marcus, that's what I did. So I had to stay perfect. My skin had to be perfect. It wasn't like I was a supermodel and they would blame the makeup artist or they would blame the photographer or the lighting or whatever. It was my job to look good. And I actually felt like it should be all of our jobs to look the best we can. So I want you to know how to do your skincare your best, your makeup your best, your hair your best. And it's more so you're not on anyone else's timeline. Yes, do I get my hair colored by Demi, a professional? 100%. But I know how to do it myself. I won't do highlights myself, but my single process I know how to do myself. And it's very empowering to know how to fix a pimple, to know how to do your makeup, to know how to do a smoky eye, to know how to do your nails, to know how you do your waxing yourself. It's very empowering. And so I learned how to do it myself and now I'm teaching you guys. So I always go off track. I left HSN almost 6 years ago. And my line was doing very well. I was a niche brand. It was Morgan Schick Cosmetics. I had written a book, and I was very happy with the products. And I continued to use the products up and to today. But I retired because I am not a great multitasker, and I was having a hard time doing all the products, going on air in Canada and also in Tampa. I didn't like to fly, and I had 2 little kids and a husband who was working all the time, and I had the benefit of being able to retire and not worry about the money. I promise to watch you on replay. Can you advise for a heavy face? Yes. Sometimes I can't read these because I can't see them, but I got that. And yes, I'm going to do my makeup in a few minutes. So I'm actually going to put my hair up so I can do my makeup. Anyway, so today I want to talk about why I came back to work and how it happened that I found active argan. So if you don't want to hear this part, come back in about 5 minutes and then I'll do my makeup. But I will do tips on cream blush because I love cream blush. I love both powder and cream, but they have different reasons for being on your face. I retired. My kids are older now. They don't need me as much. They want me. I'm like the Nanny McPhee of moms. If you've got kids and you watch the Nanny McPhee movie, I've never pretended to be my children's friend. My job is for them to not need me. My job is for them to be able to make great decisions on their own, speak truth to power, be able to debate, be able to keep themselves healthy, strong, not be followers, be leaders. So my kids, I feel like they could actually live without me now. So now I went back to work. I went back to work because there were 2 products I was using constantly. One of them was called my 5-minute facial. It used to be called a 4-layer facial, but I renamed it because it literally takes like less than 5 minutes to put on. Then you can leave it on for 5 to 15 minutes, and I credit it with my skin not changing or my skin getting better from when I was 25 to now almost 52. So the 5-minute facial, I was running out of it. And also my Hide and Highlight, which is my makeup that I use. So I went back to a lab because a store wanted to carry it. I went back to a lab and I wrote a gratitude letter to my old partners. And when I wrote the gratitude email, I just said, you know, thank you for all the time on HSN. Thank you for helping me develop my skincare and my makeup. I just want you guys to know that I'm going to start my products again in a very small way, just online. And they wrote me back, oh my gosh, you're going to go back to work? We have a patented ingredient that we got from Morocco, non-organic, non-GMO, artisanally pressed. We want to send it to you because this oil is a game changer. And I wrote back, oh, sorry, I'm really not into oils. They're a little thick. I don't like them. And they were like, okay, chill, try the oil and let us get back to us. Try it for a week and get back to us. So they sent me a tiny little sample of active argan, which was like, oh, well, I don't even have it now, but it was just an oil. I used it for a week and I saw an incredible change in my skin. My skin became plumper, it became thicker looking, the integrity of my skin looked better. It balanced it out even better than I felt like all the other products I was using was doing. So I decided water diluted ACV evening alpha as an evening alpha hydroxy. Yes, but I'm not going to go off topic. But that's a yes. I love apple cider vinegar. It also lightens up dark patches. So if you want to use a concentrate on dark patches. Okay, go back to what we were talking about. I wrote back to them and I said, please send me everything that you guys have on the activated argan because I'm very interested. And so they did. So the lab in Italy sent me everything that they had, which was a day cream, a night cream, a serum, a cleanser. That was what they had already manufactured. And then we went into contract and I said, I have to be a part of this. But my deal is, and will always be, that because I love the ingredient, this patented ingredient, which is the activated ozonized argan molecule, it has to be in all of my old products that I invented. So I'm doing my 5-minute facial, and I am doing my makeup, and I am doing my skin prep, and I'm doing my eye makeup remover, and I'm doing all the products that I loved that I created, but they are going to be unbelievably good with this ingredient. So I wanted to show you that, I mean, I literally used this activated all over drops. I won't even throw this away. Do you see how much is left? But I also wanted you to see that 1 or 2 drops is all you need on your skin. I wet my fingers a little bit and then I just put it on. I do not wash my face in the morning. I use the activated argan cleanser at night to take up off all my makeup. I then use the revitalizing serum, and then I use 1 or 2 drops of the oil and night cream. And in the morning, I do not wash my face, and I do not recommend you wash your face, even with this. Even though this oil is non-stripping, it doesn't change your pH, and just cleans your skin and leaves it moist and beautiful, don't wash your face in the morning. Our body works all night to rebalance, renew, refresh our skin cells, and I don't want you messing with your pH when you wake up in the morning. So when you wake up in the morning, you just rinse your skin and I put the revitalizing serum on again, and I put 1 or 2 drops of the oil on moist skin. Always, always, always on moist skin. And even if you have to re-moisten your skin when you're putting product on, then you're going to do it. Now, for the women, and because my eyes suck, I couldn't see who wrote me, but if you want to use alpha hydroxy, which I love, that works very well for me, glycolics work well for me, retin-A does not work well for me. Anything that burns the skin to the point of Oh, Kathy. Okay, thank you. If you write it, I can see it. If it's in your tagline, I can't see it unless I put my glasses on. So yes, anything that burns your skin to needing where your skin peels off, I am not a fan of. If it works for you, great. I promise you it is thinning your skin. My wish for you is that you are building your skin's integrity from the inside out. That is what I know the ozonide and oxygen molecule in activated argan does. You don't have to use active argan. It's totally cool. I'm telling you what I see every single day happening to myself and to every other woman who is using this. If you are using too much, olive oil is too large a molecule. The reason argan oil has been used for centuries as a super hydrator is because it is the closest molecule to our natural oil, our natural sebum. That's why argan works. What activated argan means is that they took that molecule, they joined it with a medical grade oxygen molecule and an ozonide molecule, and made it, joined it, bound it, and made it 6 times smaller than the original argan oil. So it goes in 6 times deeper. So that's why the integrity of your skin gets so good. So like I said, I am using this, I am leaving this on YouTube. So if anybody wants to know how I use my products, why I decided to use active argan, you now have a source that you're going to be able to go on YouTube and you're going to be able to hear the story. Okay, now I want to do my makeup. So I have activated argan oil on and nothing else on my skin. No brows, no, obviously. Now, the first thing I do is I give myself a little color. What is the difference between 24 karat golds and the all over drops? Do you recommend one over the other? Yes. I have both. So active argan did 2 drops. Well, mini drops. Actually, they did 3 drops. So these are the 3 purest of the drops, right? So you have the all over drops that I use during the day, and I can use this at day or at night. There is also a 24 karat gold and peptide drop. Now, what I want you to think of is activated argan is the Trojan horse. So if you know the story of the Trojan horse, they put an army into a giant horse to then go into the castle, and everybody jumped out of the horse, and I guess they won the war, whatever. The oil, the activated argan oil, is a transport system of great ingredients. Once the oil sinks in 6 times deeper, it's carrying with it the delivery system of all the things you add to it. So you are getting 24 karat gold and peptides, which you could use 24 gold as a conductor, and it tells your body to work harder with the peptides. So I use the peptides, 24 karat gold and peptides, at night. If I haven't had any sleep, if I've had a super stressful day, I do it in between. Like if I feel like my skin's looking a little dull, I will use the 24 karat gold and peptides instead. But that's it. You can mix or match them. Some people love the all over drops by themselves. If you can only buy one thing, from activated argan, it's this, all over drops. Then what you can do is you can mix this with all of the products you're already using. Use a little bit of this and then put your alpha hydroxy on. Use a little bit of this and put your apple cider vinegar on. Use a little bit of this if you're using a Retin-A. This is going to help so you don't have that damage that the Retin-A causes, because then you get red and then you get flaky. Red flaky skin is no bueno. I don't want that. I don't necessarily believe in the whole like we're going to rip the snot out of your skin and hopefully it's going to build itself up better. I don't do that, and I'm 52. So if I start doing that, you guys will be the first to know. So here's how I do my makeup. First of all, I do is I I get the all over drops with the tint, okay? Because I'm hydrating my skin and then giving myself a little color. This stays on top. The active argan is going to go in, but the tint is not going to go in. It's going to stay on top of your skin because that's the tint is a particle, and the particle will not sink into your skin. But so it's larger. So I just put this on, and then I've got a healthy glow, and it looks like I've had a tan, I've been outside running, whatever. Then I'm going to take my Hide and Highlight. No, I know you guys don't have access to Hide and Highlight yet, but you can use the Jane Iredale, you can use the Laura Mercier, where I have it somewhere, I have Laura Mercier, but the Jane Iredale works as well, which is concealers. I'm using the Artiste brush. I'm going to just go around my eyes. Now, if you want to be a person who has beautiful skin for the rest of your life, I don't want you to wear a tinted moisturizer or a foundation. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not really sorry. I believe that tinted moisturizer and foundation destroyed my skin from the beginning. That thick makeup attached to water going into my skin, filling up my pores. If your pore is dirty, it then gets infected and you get pimples. If you touch your face, you spread the pimples. It's all just a total mess. So don't touch your face ever unless you've got clean fingers and you're doing your makeup. And no tinted moisturizer or foundation. Okay, so I'm using a pure pigment. I'm doing the middle between my eyebrows. I'm brightening that up one shade. My temples, brightening it up one shade. I'm doing the nose to mouth line, one shade. Do you see how little makeup I'm using? I'm doing the puppet. See this shadow right here? See that? Watch. If you brighten it up one shade, it goes away. A little bit above my lip. Okay, so that's the brightening up one shade. Then I take the color that matches my skin exactly and I conceal my ruddiness right there, around my nose, my cheeks a little bit. This isn't really ruddy. This around here is broken capillaries. Then I have a couple age spots right there. Now, I had an email asking me about how I feel about lasers. There is one laser called a clear and brilliant laser that is a very low level, non-ablative laser. And I used to do it once a year after the summer because I would get a lot of age spots. This year, I did not get a lot of age spots in the summer. And I believe it's because I'm using activated argan. It's the first year over 47 or 48 that I did not feel like I had a lot of age spots. So you can either blend with an Artiste brush, but I just take a sponge and just, do you see how I'm not pulling or tugging on my skin? I'm just like flitting this around to blend out what shape is the brush. Oh, you're gonna make me put my glasses on. This Artiste brush is called, oh my God, these are so hard to, this is oval, golly, I can't even see it. Am I holding it wrong? Oval 2, oval 5, oval 3. Sorry, I can't see unless I wear my glasses. Okay, so that was an oval 3 of the Artiste brush. All right, so now my skin is all blended out. But you don't see a lot of makeup. You just see clean skin. Now, this is pure pigment. This is designed to stay on. How often do you use a new sponge? Never. I wash my sponges. So all I do is I take, what is this? EO liquid hand soap. I just put this into my sponge and then I use hot water. I wash my sponges. I love these sponges. If you find a sponge you love, just keep washing them. I wash it once a week. I'm gonna wash it right now. Do they wash them? No, I don't wash them every day, but I definitely wash it every 2 or 3 days or once a week. Depends on how many times you wear makeup. Like I wear makeup 2 or 3 times a week or sometimes every day. Non-latex, yes. These are non-latex sponges. So it's kind of gets stained a little bit, but this is my clean sponge. So what I'll do is like I have a few of them and then so if I needed to, like I'm not going to use this sponge again today because I don't usually use wet sponges. My kids love wet sponges. I do not. I feel like wet sponges completely soak up all of your product and you're wasting product. What are the name of this concealer? So this concealer is called Hide and Highlight, and it is something that I made on HSN when I was on HSN 20 years ago, 15 years ago. And I've been off HSN for 5 years. You can find these on eBay. They sell them, and if it's in a non-open package, it's perfectly good because there's no oil in it, so it doesn't get rancid. But I am no longer selling them. I am making them again, but with activated argan. They will have some oil in them, but I don't think oil is bad for you. I just think that we don't want it sinking into your skin, so it has to be pure pigment. So that's why I need very little product. It's the only concealer I've ever seen in the world that does this. Laura Mercier's is similar, but I feel like it has a little more powder in it versus the pigment. So I still feel like you need more than you needed of mine to get perfect like concealing. All right, so let's move on. I'm going to use the Cover X Cream Pan Concealer. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Anything in a pan is gonna be the most pure pigment. If it's in a tube or if it's in a pump, it's got too much water in it. So it has to be in a pan, it has to be dry. I mean, the original Max Factor, that kind of like cake makeup, was perfect. If you just used it where you needed it and used 2 colors, it would have been perfect. Okay, so I'm using the Scandalized in Trespassing Taupe. I'm going to just go outside my eye. Do you see where I did it? Outside, and I'm gonna go up above my crease because I wanna make my eye look bigger. And then I just blend it out with my finger. Remember, I just washed my hands like 5 times. I'm blending it out with my finger. Now remember, I'm going all the way out because I want to open my eyes up. If you have super wide set eyes, you may not need to do this, but pretty much everybody else who has closer set eyes, which is much more common, may want to do this because, and I will show you. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot to do my brows, but we'll go back. Okay, the idea is to make symmetry, make your face symmetrical. And that means that your brows, your cheekbones, and your jaw should be perpendicular. They should be all out in the same plane. That widens the eyes and makes you look younger. So I'm going to take my brow. What row? Where is my eyebrow pencil? Here it is. This one's by Tom Ford, and it's the Blonde by Tom Ford, and I like it because it has a nice spindle on the back. What you don't have to do is buy a super expensive one, but what you do have to do is extend your brow. I always start my brows from above and then just fill them in. Tips when temples decrease with age. That's why I just did that light color right there. Remember when I just did the light color from the concealer? It's in the temples. That's why, to brighten that area up. because my temples have receded with age, and I want to create the illusion that they are thicker. Okay, so extend your brow out into your temple, and by lifting, you do not create that droop in your brow. Now it has just a natural curve without being that droop. So you see how I lift my brow? I go straight out, watch. And then I release, and it has a natural curve. It's not this like, wah, wah. Okay, then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the Bobbi Brown Kohl Smoky Eye Kohl Liner. I'm going to jiggle it into my lash line. And I'm going to show you, and then I pull it out just a tiny bit. Jiggle it into your lash line, then look to the side and jiggle it in the inside line. Now, the reason I do this is because the property of your eye between your lashes and your lid is very, I don't think this is waterproof. It may be water resistant. It doesn't say. It doesn't say whether it's waterproof or not. I like a waterproof one because it will stay put. But I haven't noticed this one to be super drippy. Okay, so the property between your lash line and your lid is very important for the size of your eyes. If I were to write a line above my lash line, it would A, look more harsh, and B, it would make my eyes look smaller. So what I'm doing is I'm just jiggling this into my lashes like the tree trunks of my lashes. So I am not sacrificing any of this area, lid area, for intensity. And then I'm going to pull it out just a bit, both sides, and then I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to blend it. So I'm using a Laura Mercier cream contour brush to blend that out and attach it to my shading. So when I used the Trespassing taupe, that was my shading. It was like a sculpting eyeshadow, but in a cream, because the Trespassing taupe from Scandal, from Rimmel, is waterproof. And I just want to make sure I'm not getting this too much in my waterline. I do believe that Bobbi Brown does smear a little bit more than probably a waterproof one would. Okay, now I could be done with my eyes there. I could just do my lashes, curl my lashes, and do mascara. But this to me is my regular day eye. I don't have to do eyeshadow. If you want to do, like this is a fun one from Color Icon. It's really inexpensive, by Wet n Wild. Look, so this has a black, a smoky gray, a taupe, a cream, a caramel, a icy silver, and then a white. So watch. So we could take this, do my above my eye, underneath my brow bone, right? We could, I don't know, I'm wearing like a blue sweater with a cream, and so I could take a little bit of the silver. Let's take a little of the silver and put it in my lid. So this is where you can play with your eyeshadow. And then on the outside, I'm just going to take a bit of this caramel. But you don't have to. You could have been just done. So that's really, I mean, that's the part of makeup I think is so much fun, is being able to just kind of play with the colors that you're wearing. I love when you take, so I have like a light blue stripe, and so this silver kind of picks up the light blue stripe. That's just fun, but that's not your skincare. Okay, so let's curl my lashes. Get into your lashes to curl them, but then don't
be careful that you don't rip your eyelashes out. So most people have to do 2. Like I have to curl my lashes twice because my inside lashes are so much smaller. And then I'm going to use the Clinique base eyelash base because I have no lashes and they're really tiny short lashes. I love this stuff. I wear this all the time. And then I'm going to use the Maybelline Mega Plush. I love this for myself. I feel it's a little, the wand is a little bouncy when I'm doing other people's makeup, but for myself, I love it. It builds without being clumpy. So you see my lashes? And that's with a base. Like I really have no lashes. But as you age, remember you guys, most of you guys are probably a lot younger than I am. I'm 50, almost 52, so I'll be 52 in a couple weeks. And you do lose your hair, you lose, you know, like things kind of fall apart when you go through menopause, but it's manageable. It's not a total train wreck. You have to care more about what you eat. You have to care more about how you exercise, and whether you want to go on hormone replacement and stuff like that. I did not go on hormone replacement. I am not going on hormone replacement. It is a little bit harder because you're kind of toughing it out. I'm trying to just eat a lot of estrogen inducing cruciferous vegetables and stuff like that, but enjoy your hormones while you have them. Okay, so we're gonna do my lips. I'm gonna do my lips now. I'm using e.l.f. Cosmetics Stain. So these are my lips regular, right? Nothing on them. So you can see that I still have a little pink on the inside of my lips, right? But my color line has dropped out. I still have decent sized lips, but my color line. So if I were just to put a lipstick or a lip pencil on and just follow where the color line is, I would make my lips much smaller than they actually are. So that's why I use a stain. And that's why I want you to use this trick. You're gonna take your ear and you're gonna put it to your shoulder. You're gonna lift up your chin and you're gonna see where the mountain ridge of your lip is. The mountain ridge of your lip. Look at where mine is. I'm going to stain the tippy top precipice of my ridge. Now, I'm gonna go crisscross, cross my, that is where the ridge of my lip is. I would have made it much smaller if I had not done that. Ear, shoulder, chin up, mountain ridge. The reason I use a stain is because if you're doing the mountain ridge and you use a waxy pencil, the weight of the wax on top of your ridge makes it look fake. I can build up your lip by using a stain and there's no weight. It just disappears. So I'm gonna do the bottom. And if you want your lip to look a little ombre, don't stain the middle, okay? You're just gonna leave it natural. And then when you put your lipstick on, it will still be lighter in the middle. So I'm not gonna put a lipstick on. Of course, I just said that. I'm gonna put a lip gloss on. So this is like a nude lip gloss that I made years ago, but you can use any nude lip gloss, but I'm gonna show you how it works though. See how my middle is lighter? It stayed lighter. All right. happy with that. Okay, let's do blush. If you have rosy cheeks naturally, I want you to conceal around them and use your rosy cheeks or even rosacea as your blush. It's gonna look great. You're gonna conceal where you need to conceal, but you're gonna leave this area so you don't have to wear makeup. So it doesn't make sense to me. Why would you cover your whole face with makeup and then build in your blush? I don't understand that. So I leave my cheeks kind of nude. I also think sometimes blush competes with your eyes and your lips. So I would probably not even put on blush today. I would just go out like this. But when I want to talk about the difference between a cream blush and a, you can see that I do use blush because this is a cream blush and it's almost gone. I use the part of my sponge that I would use my stain, I would use for this. I love that you're doing periscopes again, needed a refresher. This is the longest periscope, but I don't even care because I'm putting it on YouTube. So you can learn how to do your makeup and you can learn why I do active argan all in one YouTube video. I'm sure there's a law against doing a video this long, but whatever. So for those of you that love using a cream blush or any blush, here's the rule. Blush is not contour. Blush is not tanner. It's not your bronzer. Blush is what happens when little kids or when you're in love or when someone tells you a funny joke happens to your face. It is color that comes in the apples of your cheeks that is just a few shades brighter than your natural skin tone. Got it? So when you take a cream blush or a powder blush, you're going to take a little bit of blush. So here we go. Here's a little brush. You're going to smile into the mirror. See? Apples of the cheeks, right underneath the iris of your eye, and you are going to just pat. This is not how you put a ton of color in your skin. That's it. Done. Ooh, that looks good. Okay, I'm not mad at that at all. But if you've got broken capillaries on your cheeks and you use a cream blush, it might take off your concealer. So that would be, and secondly, if you were taking pictures. So if I were doing my makeup to be on TV or to do pictures, I would probably use a tiny bit of this blush and then I would take a powder puff with a tiny bit of powder on it, set it, and go on top to set it. Because sometimes blush here can catch a strobe and make you look like you've got too ruddiness. So we don't want to confuse blush with ruddiness. We want to cancel out ruddiness, and then if you want to use a blush, you can. That's why I sometimes just use a bronzer and a blush. Bronzer to do a little bit of bronzing or to do a little sculpting, and then a blush just in the centers of my cheeks because the powder will make it look matte. Okay, if you want a more of a dewy complexion, then you should use a cream blush. Okay, for lipsticks, I don't wear lipstick a lot. I do when I want to do like a super bright red, and I have them. I have many. I also have this one that I made, which is a tan. This is like a lip stain in a pot. When you do a lipstick, I am a fan of a lip brush, mostly because I want you to get that lip line. You stain your lips first. Stain your, oh, can you use lipstick for cream blush? Yeah, it's all the same product. There may be slightly more wax in the lipstick, but yes, I really think, and I know that there are thousands of blushes out there, I really think that the most beautiful color of a blush is a warm rose blush. So it's kind of like this color. which is like a peach, but it has a little bit of pink in it. The best one ever made, in my opinion, is by, and that was mine, this was mine, is one called Peony by Stilla. And I have every single one Stilla ever made. But I think the one I've always run out of is Peony. Like this one, to me, Camilla, is a little bit too tan. And then this one, Rose, is just a little bit too blue. So to me, Peony, or is it Petunia? I think it's Peony, is right in the middle, and it's just like the sweet spot. So it's like between these two. But because I'm a hoarder and I have tons of makeup and skincare, I have all of them. Because I've tried everything of everybody's. And I'm an equal opportunity lover of all people who make skincare and makeup, mostly if you do it without chemicals, then I'm a huge fan. And that is another question. So any makeup and skincare that you're using, you don't have to use mine, but what I do want you to do is get something that is non-chemical. So, and sometimes non-chemical doesn't work, but I think that they're getting better and better, and that's why I loved activated argan, because it was non-chemical, but it works, and it's a patented ingredient, so nobody else has it. So that's why I had to be involved with it. It wasn't, it's not a money thing. I don't want to be away from my family enough to even, I love that I go on air 6 or 7 times a year, and then I get to be a mom. So I also love being able to explain it to you. I think that the greatest part about, and this isn't like a beauty thing, this is just like a Morgan thing. The greatest part about us having a connection through social media, through this instant access of Periscope and YouTube and all that kind of stuff, is accountability. You don't have to even believe one thing I say. You don't have to. You could think I am cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and I am full of it, and all of that is your prerogative. The great thing for me is that if I tell you what I'm doing, I stand behind it. I am accountable to everything I believe in. So you don't have to do my workout. I do Tracy Anderson method. You don't have to do Tracy Anderson method. I believe in it. It works for me, and I am a fan, and the buck stops with me. If you try it and you don't like it, that's totally great, but I stand behind it. So active argan, I stand behind it. Everything that I use, I believe in, and so you can contact me, you can follow me on Instagram, or you don't have to follow me on Instagram, or you can email me on my website, or you don't have to, you can make comments on here and say, Morgan, you're full of it. That's fine. We have that access now. That is what I think is the best, most authentic way for us to learn. I follow lots of people on Periscope that I agree with and I don't agree with. I want to hear, thank you. I want to hear opinions that are not necessarily mine. I don't want to surround myself with everybody who agrees with me. If you've got an opposing opinion, I want to hear it, because that's how I think we learn and we grow. And I think, peaceful discourse is awesome. And so that's why using social media, I don't believe in hating on anyone. I don't believe in tearing down a different company at all. I just tell you what works for me and what I believe in, and then if it doesn't work for you, you can talk to me about it. We can have like a real adult conversation, and then we learn from each other. All right, so my makeup is done. I curled my hair before I started because it was a frizzy mess, and I am going to have, I have 3 meetings today, so I'm going to be a mom and then make dinner. I made kale chips last night. They were really good. I had about a pound of kale chips last night. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love that you stayed with me. Oh, I know. Periscopes I sometimes feel like you guys are so sick of hearing me, but then I worry that you think that I don't care, and I really do care, but there's this like happy medium of like TMI. But I love you all, and I want you to go slay your day, and we are in this together. I will be 52 and I want to have whatever I have learned. Oh, you guys are so nice. I want you to be the most beautiful you can possibly be at any age. I do not want you to give up on your image. I think you need to be kind and loving and smart and informed, and you can be all. I'm actually started my 3rd book right now, and that's what it's about. It's about believing in your image, that it should encapsulate everything you feel about yourself, because we live in an image-based society. And I know a lot of people with eating disorders. I have an eating disorder. I don't really have an eating disorder, but I have to think about what I eat all the time, or I will get heavier than I want to be. And I'm not saying that aesthetically. I'm saying that I live in a brownstone. I have to walk up and down the stairs, and when I feel like I'm starting to get heavy, it makes me feel like my joints hurt. So yes, do I have to think about what I eat? Yes, I do. But I don't think of it as it's not a, I don't feel like I'm a bad person if I have to think of what I'm eating and being healthy and all that kind of stuff. I just think it's like, I don't know. It's like my hair's frizzy today. Oh, okay. I gained 2 pounds. Whatever. Deal with it. But I don't dwell on it, and I don't take it personally. I guess that's what I would say. I was told as a model that I was always fat, and I used to take it personally, and I don't take it personally anymore. So I hope that can help you guys know that we're all in this together. And when you go through menopause, you do gain weight. And when you go through and you need steroids, I had to take a steroid this summer because I have this crazy autoimmune disease, which is like super trivial because I know that people have real health issues, and this was like something I could handle. But taking a steroid made me even gain some weight, and it's no fun, but I don't take it personally. I think it's just like I call it a Tuesday. A Tuesday to me is like whatever, it's just a Tuesday. Like it's just something you have to deal with. Because there are people out there that have real issues and tragedies, and I think when I hear about them, that gives me incredible perspective, and it makes me every day when I wake up say, I have a choice. I can either be happy today or I can be sad. And every day I make the choice to be happy because the alternative sucks. So anyway, go have a great day. Slay your day. I love you all. I'm sorry this is long, but it's going on YouTube so you can do your makeup and understand what I'm doing. And I'll see you next time.